Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today, let's discuss about error handling. Error handling is a very generic term, so it talks about a set of activities we need to perform when error occurs. Basically, there are two kinds of error occurs. Those are business errors and the system errors, right? So, business errors and system errors. System errors are kind of errors when you're trying to connect any database or FTP servers, whatever, some external systems, when the system is not responding or the system is not reachable, so those kind of errors we treat as a system errors, right? Means our message is right, there is no issue in the message, but while trying to connect to external system, we are getting issue. Those errors treat as system errors. When coming to business errors, the message that we receive from the client has some issue, means whatever the required field is missing in the message, or the message is not valid, right? So these kinds of errors treat as a business errors. For example, if you are calculating some payroll, to calculate the payroll we need employee salary information. For example, in the incoming request, the salary field is missing. So we can raise error because the input is not valid. This is kind of system errors, right? If you see the this diagram, it talks about business errors. When this database connectivity is failure, then control lands to error handling section. If you see about message errors, for example, you're doing some kind of transformation and a mandatory field is missing, so we got an issue in the transformation, so that is lands into error handler section, that is message errors or business errors, whatever maybe. And next, talk about what kind of activities we need to perform in error handling. Means if you don't handle error, what activities we are missing. So basically, if an error occurs, so to rectify and to fix the error, the first thing we look into logs. So on the log, if you log the error in a predefined manner, right, so that you can easily rectify error, we can fix that error. If you fail to write the information to log, it is very difficult to fix the issue. So one thing we need to do is we need to log the error in a standard format, means date, time, all the stuff. If you, while you processing any order or any transaction, you got an error, then it is better to log the transaction number or order number, so that we come to know error occurs while processing which order, like, right? Okay, you need to log as much information as possible so that we can easily fix that error in future. And second is, we can send the error details to a client in a structured way. Some client application calls our application. You got some error, right? Then in order, if you dump entire error stack trace to the client, it's very difficult, right? So you want to display some meaningful information to the client console, then what we can do is, in order to send to your entire error, you can construct one meaningful message and you can send that message back to client, right? So that is one chance, one activity you can do. If you don't handle error properly, you are missing that chance, right? And third one is, you can send an email to respective teams. For example, you are trying to connect to database and you retried multiple times, still you are not able to connect to database. In that scenario, you have chance to send an email to database team saying that database is not responding, so that they can act and they can fix it as soon as possible, right? So that is one thing you can do while handling errors. And perform rollbacks if required. So if you got an error, so this kind of transaction, you need to perform a set of activities as a one single unit. What happens is, so while performing those activities, in the middle you got an error. So you need to roll back the activities you already performed, right? So if you handle error in the error handler section, you can chance to roll back the activities you already performed. That's things you can do in the error handling. And control the abrupt termination of request. So you don't want to, stop the processing if error occurs. Even if error occurs, you want to continue the processing. That you can manage using proper error handling. So these are all the activities you can do while handling errors. So thank you so much. In next section, we see how to what are different kinds of scopes in the error handling and further details on error handling. Thank you so much. Bye bye.